Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, luxury residential living is coming to Symphony Park, and youth enjoy a trip to Zion National Park thanks to Every Kid in a Park program. Here to discuss these topics and much more is the councilman who represents Ward 5. You know who it is, Mr. Cedric Crear. Welcome back to the show.
Well, hello, Mr. Riggleman.
Good to see you.
It's great to be here. A lot happened.
Happy July. It's here.
Yeah, time flies. Right. July. It's interesting, though. July is here, but the weather is somewhat temperament. It's crazy when we say it's 105, and you go, oh, that's not bad.
I had that experience over the weekend. It was 100. I thought, oh,
that's not bad. Right. It's 100.
It's only 100.
Isn't that crazy? So. It's 100, and you say it's not bad. What have we come to? But
exactly.
It's when it gets to the 110 or 115s that you're having issues with. But the 100 is not bad.
107 is my cutoff. You get there, it's like 107.
I think I'm good to 105. 105, and after that, it's
not good.
Yeah,
not good.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, Councilman, you know Ward 5 like the back of your hand. We're going to show everybody out there, if you're not exactly sure where Ward 5 is located, hey, it's the center of it all, right there in the valley. A lot of the downtown is in Ward 5, as you can see on the map. But it extends really out into the northwest too. So you've got a little bit of everything kind of running along the north and east side of US 95 to kind of give everybody their bearings.
Yep, it's a great ward. And I always say that we have 3 metro area commands, downtown, DTAC, Bolden, and also Northwest Area Command. And then we also have the main central metro station, which is right on Alta and Martin Luther King.
Right, so, exactly.
You know,
the metro
that's why we're so safe in our ward, because we have so much police roaming around every day.
Right. Well, Councilman, it's an exciting time in your ward and in the downtown in general. Lots of new projects coming up out of the ground. These aren't just things that we're talking about anymore. These are things that are actually being built. The first is a wonderful project by Southern Land called ARC. This is on Symphony Park. Symphony Park, if you haven't been down there, you and I were talking about this, the landscape literally is changing every day.
It is, and I have the pleasure of looking out over Ward 5 and Symphony Park every day out of my office. And, you know, I always say the landscape in 5 years is going to be completely different of what it looks like now. We have plans for the Nevada Museum of Art. We've got the Oric that's there. We're going to talk about the Aspen Heights apartment complex, which is coming there, the parking garages, more retail space, which is going to be more jobs, which is more entertainment value, Symphony Park, the World Market Center, Expo Center, 350,000 square feet of convention space that's coming down into the corridor. It's just great. This is going to be a beautiful project. As you can see, there's going to be retail on the bottom. It's going to be great. It'll be a place where you're going to come down and have a good time.
Yeah. And then residential above, Councilman?
Residential above. I think that project's going to have like a little bar up top too, looking out over the downtown corridor. Nice. It's going to be great. You know, Southern Land are great partners, and from speaking to the CEO and the people that run the company, they're very philanthropic. They want to come in and make an impact, not only for downtown, for residential, but also make an impact in our community. And so they made a $5,000 donation already to the Smith Center for the Performing Arts, which is fantastic.
Myron Martin there.
Yeah, Myron was there. It's fantastic, and I think they're going to be great partners.
Yeah. Well, that's congratulations. That's a wonderful project coming up out of the ground. That took place on May 21st. Then on June 20th, a month or so later, Aspen Heights. You posted this on Facebook. More photos from today's groundbreaking of Aspen Heights in Ward 5. So great to see more development in our community and more jobs coming. And Councilman, that is such a key component. It's one of the things you've really stressed in your ward is this Ward 5 works. And a lot of jobs. This is also a residential complex, mid-rise, that's coming up too, and you can see lots of work going on already.
Yeah, look, these guys are also great. You know, I said I took office April 18th. They were in my office like April 19th, which is great, talking about what they wanted to do. Thanks to my peers on the city council and the mayor, we approved this project and the previous project. You know, I say this all the time, we couldn't do anything without the support of our council. And so I want to thank them also for their support and the mayor's leadership for this as well. You know, they are doing a great job. Aspen Heights is going to be a fantastic facility. They're a very philanthropic company as well. They also gave a $5,000 donation to the Nevada Museum of Art, which is coming right into the core of Symphony Park. You know, like I said, the landscape is going to look completely different in a very short period of time. You know, people are going to bring their families and their kids. You're going to hang out in the green space down there. You're going to come down to the restaurants. You're going to have a great place to live. That whole work-life balance is happening in downtown Las Vegas.
You know, Councilman, we took a lot of grief for some years that there was nothing happening on Symphony Park, not enough. It was just the Smith Center, there was the Ruvo Center, and beyond that there wasn't much else happening. not the case anymore.
Yeah, not the case anymore. Derek Stevens also has a parcel of land which is a zone for a commercial casino. And if you look at the whole downtown corridor, we've got about $1.5 billion worth of infrastructure coming in. $800 million of the Circa, the Fremont Hotel is $200 million expansion, downtown Grand. What's going on at Cashman Field, which is potentially going to be a soccer facility.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. Yeah,
high-rise living. The Neon Museum coming across the street to Reed Whipple. You know, it's just a lot going on in our ward.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. And then with the whole 100 plan for the historic West Side, which we have happening, there's just a lot going on. It's a good time to be a councilman for Ward 5.
It is. Not to mention other projects going on in the downtown too, not in your ward, but right next to it, and obviously impacting the ward. You posted this on Facebook, another groundbreaking in downtown Las Vegas that will create more jobs, this time for the Las Vegas Municipal Courthouse. This is a great project. It's going to be about 1.5 years before it's done. But the city's municipal court functions will be in this building. It's catty-corner from City Hall and catty-corner from the Regional Justice Center.
Yeah, and look, it's so needed because of the overcrowdedness that's happening at the Clark County building, Justice Center. So we need our own. This facility is going to basically pay for itself when it's all said and done as well. It'll be a first-class, world-class facility, and we'll be able to process more, faster, quicker, better. You know, my goodness, they said it's like 100,000 some odd cases that come through. I think a year for there, and that's a tremendous amount of.
I think it's 140,000.
140,000.
140,000.
So that's a tremendous amount of transactions that are taking place, and the city needs its own space. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a beautiful facility. Thank you to the Mulaski Group for their vision and working with the city in order to make this happen.
Yeah. You know, Councilman, I think you touched on something I want to make sure that we highlight. People were saying, well, geez, it's $56 million. That's a big chunk of change. But part of that, the county bought out our contract at the Regional Justice Center so that there'd be room for them to have more space at Regional Justice. And of course, as you say, fees, fines that come before the court, they will help pay for this facility as well.
It's a win-win for everybody, for the county and for Las Vegas. And so I think it's great. And once again, it's going to add beautification to the downtown corridor, which is also important. It'll be easy accessible with the regional transportation centralized busing station there.
It's right next
City
to it.
Hall's there. It's just great.
It's perfect.
It's perfect location, no doubt about it.
And Councilman, speaking of municipal court, you attended the Wynn Court graduation here recently. Wynn Court, for those of you that may not know, it stands for Women in Need Court. It's a specialty court in our municipal court. Our Chief Judge, Cynthia Leung, presides over this court, and it's basically for women who have been habitual criminals over the years, and it's to get them to help turn their lives around.
You know, this is a 2-year program. It's not like it's a 90-day or 30-day.
No.
You go through a 2-year program. Most of these ladies are suffering from substance abuse, that they've overcome that. They've turned their life around. Some have had their families who have discarded them, and their families are there to see them come back into society. They have kids. So it's such an amazing transformation of someone. One of the ladies had been a habitual criminal for 36 years. Wow. And she finally got it, figured out how to turn my life around and is moving into a positive direction. It was very gut-wrenching to see. It was great to see. And, they had a number of kids that were there, which I thought was great because they could see this. They could see the transformation that is happening. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And the idea is to break that cycle of recidivism. We have other specialty courts over there, too. We have a youth offender court. We have court for veterans who get into trouble with the law. So the specialty courts, of course, a DUI court as well. And the idea is to help people break that cycle. If you've got an addiction problem, substance abuse problem, that's what they're going to really try to concentrate on breaking so that you can lead a productive life.
Look, in many people, it becomes habitual and it becomes a way of life. I mean, it's easy to sit back and say, you should just stop doing this and get your life together.
Easier said than done, right?
How easy is that just to say that to someone when they're struggling mentally, physically, emotionally?
Exactly.
And so many things need to be taken care of and looked into. And so I applaud specialty programs like this. Look, if we can change one person's life, a 2-person's lives, 3-person's lives, it makes a world of difference. And I think it is so needed. And I congratulate those ladies that graduated from the program. We wish them all the best, and we'll continue to pray for them.
Best of luck. Part of the reason that people are flocking into the downtown is all the amenities that are coming. And one of the main things that we're really trying to see, we've tried to do this before, but we're now looking again at trying to bring a Major League Soccer team back to the downtown or into the downtown. We've got a professional team, the Las Vegas Lights.
Yes.
They're doing a great job. They're a USL team. MLS would be the next level up. And the idea is to build a new stadium at Cashman Field.
No doubt about it, right in the heart of Ward 5. You know, if you look at the success of the Lights and the USL franchise that is there, they've got over 7,000 people that show for their games every time. The excitement that's there is just fantastic. No doubt about it that is a great gateway into us getting the MLS team.
Yeah.
You know, I said that with the Raiders coming, with the Aces being here, with
of course, the Golden Knights,
Knights being here, with our Aviators being here, we're turning it into a major sports city.
Yeah.
Combine that with 43 million visitors that come here a year. Combine that with all the other entertainment options, the food options. What a great place to come. You know, when teams come to play teams in Las Vegas, is packed because everybody wants to come to Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
And I believe that our media market is growing so much that it's also going to be so competitive that other leagues aren't going to be able to come here.
Yeah,
We're going to have a very competitive bid to go in and get one of these cities. Las Vegas is a great city. We've got some great partners that'll do it. They're well financed and they're well knowledgeable. We're going to present this to the MLS and hopefully win this bid.
And what you're looking at here is this is the item that came before the City Council back in June, where the Council approved an exclusive negotiating agreement, or an ENA, with the Renaissance Company. And of course, this is what Renaissance would like to develop a soccer stadium, and also an entertainment district around it.
Yep, mixed use development, housing, entertainment. And I think that we have the land, which is there. You know, it's a great location, being right on the boulevard as well, right off of the 95. That's there, easily accessible. It's going to be great, and I really believe that we've got a great position. You know, MLS wants a soccer-specific stadium. This is exactly what we're building. And so I think we got a great chance of doing it. And if anything, it shows you that there is a market here for professional sports. The Knights have shown us that.
Yeah, no question about it. The agreement that was approved by the council back in June was a 6-month ENA, exclusive negotiating agreement. So Renaissance and the city and everybody involved have that much time to try to work out a deal. The main question is, how are they going to pay for all
No doubt
of this?
about it. No doubt about it. People have said there's been a lot of accusations the city's paying for this or that. No, let's wait and see what the final package is that we're going to present to the MLS. There is going to be a give and take there, but with the Renaissance Group, Balpost, who's a finance company, they're very well financed, and so I think we won't have a problem trying to get the money together to pay for the stadium.
It's going to be exciting.
It will be exciting.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned.
It's another team may be coming to Las Vegas. We'll see. Councilman, this is exciting stuff too. F Street, a lot of F Street improvements. You posted this on Facebook. You said improvements to F Street begin this week. Now tell everybody what is going on here and why we needed to do this.
So the F Street corridor is really the gateway into the historic West Side. And if you look, there's murals on the side of the F Street underpass that weren't quite getting the proper attention that they needed. You know, the people who were on those murals are people that I knew, that I grew up with. Charles West was the first black physician in the state of Nevada. If he hadn't found my father going to school at UC Irvine, then to be a physician.
He might not have lived here,
I might not have lived here. Charles Keller, a very esteemed attorney, taught me how to swim when I was a kid. He and my brother lived around the corner from us. He used to walk to his house, and he used to literally take time out of his day to teach my brother and I how to swim. So those people need to be better recognized, and plus we needed a better gateway into the historic West Side. So what we did was that we cleaned up the entire facility. We took out some unneeded amenities, that the sidewalk in the middle, had served no purpose. So we took that out to make it more pedestrian friendly. We added a rail around the sidewalk, which will allow people to walk through and see the murals. We added better lighting, so it's not as dark and dank there. It'll be a safer corridor. And then what's going to happen is that we're potentially going to put a rolling message that talks about the historic West Side, and also talks about the murals that are there. So the goal is to make it more user-friendly, make it more of a focal point than it has been. And I think we've done a good job of that. The construction is finishing up. We're still a couple of added things to it,
Okay.
but it's beautiful. There's some signage that's going to go in the front, which will be the gateway, which will travel down.
Yeah.
And so far, we've gotten great reviews from it. The neighbors that are living there love it. You can see people walking through there now, and more cars traveling through there. So I think it's great. Exactly what was needed.
The murals are really cool too. There was a lot of community input here a few years ago about what was going to go on those murals. A lot of thought and a lot of creativity went into it.
Yes.
So if you've never seen it, it's something to go.
Yeah, it is
check
something
out,
to go through. So it'll be a better passway through, and I think the community will definitely appreciate a lot more.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Councilman. You and the mayor were involved in a project back on June 4th. McDonald's had an employment program.
Yes.
It's an ambitious one. Employ something like 1,500 people.
Yeah, 1,500 people throughout the summer, throughout the Southern Nevada region for all the McDonald's out of there. It was great. We launched it this summer, a couple weeks ago. This is in combination with our Ward 5 Works program with Dieter. You see Dr. Tiffany Tyler there, who heads up the Department of Education, Training, and Rehabilitation. We luckily had the mayor came out. We launched the program at the McDonald's on the corner of Lake Mead and MOK, right in the ward. It was a great day, a lot of fun. Got a chance to work in the back of a McDonald's. I tell you what.
This is you're going to laugh, folks, when you see this, because Councilman, imagine you pull up to the drive up at McDonald's. You're going to order your Happy Meal or whatever, and all of a sudden, Councilman Crear's there to serve.
Yeah, it was great. I tell you, they got a system back there. Look at that. They've got a system working back there, and it works flawlessly. I was scooping up fries. I was giving people their hot apple pies. I was giving them their drinks and making sure their orders were in place and handing it off to them. I tell you, and I got to thank all the employees of McDonald's also, because they allowed me to come in there and sort of disrupt their flow a little bit, because they got a flow. Yeah. You work at some place, you literally look, don't mess with me. This is what I'm doing.
This is what you're doing.
Yeah, right. I don't need you coming in here messing up my flow. And I thank them for that, because I kind of messed up their flow a little bit, but I got it back on pace.
Well, the mayor was doing it too. You imagine, the window open, it's the mayor, Councilman Crear there.
And the funny thing is that when I pulled up to the window, the first person there I knew, and they looked up and they go, "Cedric, what are you doing here?" And
thing's not working out too good at City Hall, or what? You're taking a good job.
I ordered an apple pie and a shake. I might not want that now. Let me get the skinny fries and the Diet Coke and the salad, please.
That's funny. Well, anyway, it's a great program, and anytime you can put 1,500 people to work, it's nothing to sneeze at.
Yes,
so.
no doubt about it. And it's great. And McDonald's has been a gateway for so many people going into the workforce, and they continue to do that, and we thank them for that, and thank them for coming into our ward to launch this program.
Yeah, good stuff. Councilman, you've got a great commitment to youth, that program. You also have an engagement program. You call it your Civic Youth Engagement Day. It's where you bring kids in and kind of let them experience what government is, what government jobs, maybe some career opportunities that they might not have even imagined.
Yep. So many kids have never been to City Hall, and we have to dispel this rumor that because you come to City Hall, bad things are going to happen, right? It's not. This is where the business of the city takes place. I say that when I was a kid, I never had an opportunity to go down to City Hall to go visit and spend the day with a council person. And so I thought that we need to open up the doors, sort of break down that barrier, and allow kids to come into to City Hall. They start off by spending a day with me in my office and talking about what's going on. If I have a meeting with departments, a meeting with lobbyists or developers or residents, they actually sit in those meetings.
That's Mike Jensen.
That's Mike Jensen and also Jerry.
He's the Director of Public Works, and then
Jerry Walker for our operation maintenance team. We're talking about infrastructure that's taking place in the ward. They get a chance to see that. If they meet with different departments, from our marshals to Parks and Rec to Social Youth and Innovation to whatever is there. They took a ride down to the courtyard, our homeless corridor, which is there. We'll walk them through there and show them the things that we're doing, what's taking place. And, it's just a great day. I got to tell you, it's one of the most rewarding things that I do, I think, as a council person, is to bring these kids down to City Hall. We've had over 150, 175 kids that have come through in a year. Yeah, and they just continue to come. And look, if we get 4 this time, the highest we've had is 16 at one point. But we get 4, we get 3, we get 5, we get 6, we get 2, and they come down and they spend the day. And they leave. What's funny is that one of the parents dropped the kids off, and they sat down for the first part, and she goes, "I want to stay for the whole day."
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, one of the grandmothers of one of the groups stayed for the whole day. And they find it as intriguing
Sure.
as the kids do,
Sure.
because they've never had a chance to understand that city government works, and that we always say that government is not doing nothing. Well, no, we're here every single day. We
Plenty
are
busy.
working every day to make our community better.
Exactly.
Period. And everybody in this building is on that same mission, and it's great to see.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff all the way around. Councilman, this is really great. I was looking forward to talking about this today. You posted this on Facebook. We took 150 kids to Zion National Park today as part of the National Park Foundation's Every Kid in a Park program. This is really special. You were telling me, Councilman, that a lot of these kids had never even been out of Nevada before. Yeah.
Yes. Look, all I have to say for this is wow, wow, wow. In order to get to Zion, you travel through Nevada, you travel through Arizona, through the canyon, you travel to Utah, and some kids have never been out of Nevada. Some kids have never been out of their 4 square block area, and so to take them and to experience this and to see such a beautiful national park right here in the southwest part of the country, it was just amazing. Every time I go there, I'm amazed and I see something different. These kids were just wonderfully enamored. We have so many beautiful national parks, whether it's Red Rock, whether it's Zion, whether it's Bryce, even within the state of Nevada. And in order to get kids out and to experience what nature has given us, then we took these kids there, and it was fantastic. Every single kid enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, what a great trip. And the first time you go there, I mean, look, you got deer walking around. Eric Sorensen, one of our
thanks, Eric, for making the trek, for coming out with us and being our cameraman for the day.
I mean, look at that, folks. That doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't. The day was beautiful. It was a sunny day. It was warm, but it wasn't scorching hot. The river was flowing. And it was just beautiful to be out there, and what an amazing experience for these young kids. We used to go to Mount Charleston, which is great as a kid, but I didn't have an opportunity to go to Zion, out of Bryce, or national parks. Went to Red Rock sometimes, but it's just so beautiful.
Yeah,
people travel from all over the world to come out and see our national parks in the Southwest, and sometimes we take them for granted.
Yeah,
they're just right there.
Right.
We want to go to the beach. We want to hang out and see their beauty. But people travel all over the world to come hang out here.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do.
So look, take advantage of it. Just get in the car, drive a couple hours outside of Las Vegas, and go see some of our beautiful national parks.
Time of year
in
to
the
do it. It's
Southwest.
nice and cool up there too.
It
So
is.
good stuff. Councilman, I love this. You posted this on Facebook. A great evening at Doolittle for the 19th Juneteenth celebration. Look at this turnout.
Yeah.
Councilman, you and I were talking. Juneteenth started in Texas as an observance when the former slaves learned that they were free.
Yes.
And this holiday is now spread across the country. It's not just a Texas holiday anymore. It's become more of a national holiday.
Yeah, it started out in Galveston, Texas, and is spread throughout the entire country. And I have to give a lot of thanks and praise to Diane Pollard from the Rainbow Dreams Foundation, who started this 19 years ago and has really grown this into a true community event. And we want to get involved more as from a Ward 5 office to be more engaged in next year. And so we just want for it to continue to grow. Yeah. She's done an amazing job. The foundation's done an amazing job. People come out in the community. It was just a great evening. The weather was beautiful. The performances are beautiful. The vendors are beautiful. Everybody from the fraternities, sororities, to the watermelon vendor, to the food vendor, to everybody. It was just really, really, really cool. Yeah. To be there, and I think it's great. It's a true community event.
Yeah. Started on June 19th, 1865 in Texas, and all these years later, it's still being observed across the country.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, Councilman, this was amazing too. You had your coffee with the councilman back on June 27th. This was jammed in there. I don't know if people just wanted Starbucks or they wanted to talk to you, but this was a busy place that day. You had quite the turnout.
Hey, I tell you, we had an amazing turnout. I said Starbucks should give us a little commission off of the business we brought in.
There, right.
This was extremely busy and well organized, and it just well packed. Conversation with the councilman. We had a lot of people come out. There's so many engaged citizens of our community that just care about what's going on. They want to know what's going on.
They want to talk with you, tell
talk
you their
what's
issues.
Happening, talk about they have projects that are happening in the ward, which is great. It was so wonderful to see so many people come out, and thank everyone for coming out. We've been doing these every month. We're going to take July and August off.
It's a good time.
It's just
Yeah, 'cause
people
of
are
the holiday
traveling in
time,
the
yeah.
holidays,
Yeah.
and people aren't really turnout is not as
Vacation time.
good vacation time. But we're going to come back, and we've been doing these every month, and we usually do them at 6 o'clock in the evenings on the fourth Thursday of the month at Tenane Creek Brewery, which is great. We get a great turnout there.
Yep.
And then we'll do some coffees in the mornings so the people who cannot make it at 6 o'clock can come out at 9
in the
o'clock
morning
in the
or vice
morning.
versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was great. Thank you for everybody coming out. We got talked to so many great people and so many great projects that we want to be a part of and help people get going.
That's awesome. Councilman, you have a couple of things coming up we want to let everybody know about. Alpha Phi Alpha Day is going to be July 20th.
Yes.
Over at Doolittle. What is Alpha Phi Alpha Day?
Alpha Phi Alpha Day is a combination of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, which is the first collegiate black fraternity in the country, started in December 4th, 1906. They are hosting their 95th General Convention in Las Vegas that week. On June 17th, we're going to have a ceremonial at City Hall at 9 a.m. to welcome them to the city. They are having the General Convention, and also important of this is this. They are donating $10,000 to go towards new scoreboards at Doolittle Park, which we need. Doolittle's an older park that's been there. Some of our newer parks that have been built have scoreboards, and so we need to get scoreboards there for the kids, which is great.
Thank you, Alpha Phi.
Yeah, Alpha Alpha is donating $10,000 towards that, and then they're also co-sponsoring the entire day. We're going to have a ceremonial to receive the check from them. We're giving out free swim lessons to the community. The black community has a higher proportion of deaths from drownings than many other communities because of the fact that we don't teach our kids how to swim. So we're having free swim lessons followed by a pool splash that day, free party. There's going to be food, ice cream throughout the day. We have our Smart Start bus, which will be there, which is our pre-K to third grade bus that goes into the community to teach kids. They'll be there. Then a lot of activities, free DJ. So it's a whole day of activities. Congressman Horsford, around the corner at Nevada Partners, is hosting a health symposium. He's also a member of Alpha Alpha. He's hosting a health symposium. So it's a whole day of community activities. Yeah, it is. It's great.
So again, folks, that's going to be July 20th. And then coming up in August, kids, we've got our beach party splash. This is going to be maybe the last hurrah before school starts again. But this is going to be Sunday, August 11th from noon to 6. Municipal pool, it's free.
Yep, it's going to be great. I cannot predict the future, but I will go on the record to say that it will be hot on August the 1st.
Thinking it will be.
And so what a great way to come and cool down, to come out to the municipal pool that day and, splash and get in the pool. We got a great facility down there. If people haven't been,
check it out.
I urge you to check it out. It's a great facility. And even if it's a recreational swim, or if you're looking for exercise, there's you can swim in laps. There's lanes out of there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We're going to have a good time.
August 11th, come check it out and get in for free.
Yes.
So, Councilman, we're running out of time here. We want to tell everybody out there, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilman Crear, you can always find him on Facebook and Twitter. He's also pretty active on Instagram, as I've seen. And if you leave him a comment, we may use your post on our next show. Love to hear from you. You can also contact the Councilman at 702-229-6405 or send him an email. His address is ccrear@lasvegasnevada.gov. Councilman, great job. Packed show. A lot going on. Yeah.
We've always had packed shows. I don't think we've sat here in silence since I've been in council.
No, it's because you have a lot going on.
We have a lot
ward.
going on.
Lots
Like I say, we're moving at lightning government speed, and our foot is on the pedal, and we are moving forward with a lot of initiatives. So it's great.
You certainly are.
Yes.
All right. Well, Councilman, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
6 weeks from now with another update in from Ward 5. But we want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. Don't miss our next show beginning on July 11th with Ward 6 City Councilwoman Michelle Fiore. You can catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around.